Hello, everybody. The Astro Gravitational Report. Hopefully, it's going to go well today. I did a lot of work on the computer and the technical issues, but Mercury retrograde. A lot of miscommunications, a lot of, yeah, you probably feel it from within you, the intensity of Mercury. There is a right now pile up its power as a retrograde energies, and it's you diving deep within the situations about relationships. This energy is going to be increased very early in the morning because the ascendant is going to be at 0 degrees. But you're going to be dealing with this energy at 1 p.m. And around 6 p.m., the moon is going to entering Leo. The moon right now, it's moving through the family to moving into a Cancer, but around 6 p.m. the moon, it's going to begin to face the things from within about growth. Okay, now we are moving from the family situations because we're learning we have to grow, and the growth is about this from within. So, excuse me for a second, but little kitten is trouble. And sorry about that, but it is what it is. You have a kids. I have two of them, and hopefully they're gonna be okay. Hi Josh, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching the report. But it's something very important that happens today. Okay, through the growth when the moon right now it's moving from Cancer into Leo. When it begins to entering the situations within Leo, that is at the path of the growth. Very beautiful growth. But the moon is opposing Pluto, who is that transformation, who is that actual work of transformation. And he is going to opposing the moon. Be mindful what you have within kind of like a 10 degrees, like the last 10 degrees of Cancer and the first 10 degree within Leo. It's going to affect you. Whatever you have in there, that's going to affecting you, that shift around 6 p.m. Okay, because the moon, it's going to be when it transitions through this oppositions. If you have any planets in there, any situations in there, it points out. The intuition leads you. Look this, look this. That's what the moon is. Okay, that's what she does. The intuitions get you through this. And around 6 p.m., there's going to be a very interesting. When a 6 p.m. comes in, I'm going to explain it to you. But now it's very important that through this opposition between the moon and Pluto, that is in Capricorn, it is to redo, reinvent, refine, re-understand things that are about your cardinal changes from within you. And those changes, they are going to be coming in very, very powerful. This is the changes within the authority from within you. The reason is the sun is the ruler of Leo, which is represents the authority. Right now we have in the moon, that is the intuition that's going to be talking to your authority from within you. So that is going to be kind of like the event pretty much of today. So at 8 o'clock, the energy in the morning, the ascendant is at 12 degrees and Libra. That is it about relationships. You're probably dealing with a lot about the relationships from within you, with you. That also, it's the relationships with all the sorts and out there with everything else from within. Mercury is there. It's a retrograde in Libra. You reevaluate, you revisit, you re-understanding, re-communicate, you do a lot of re. Okay, so but the midheaven is together with Lilith during this time, and during this time with Lilith, that is about the shadow. The shadow that is been work is the shadow within the family. What is the family shadow? It is there. A lot of family work. If you ask me, this is going to be a family work with the things that are in there, things that we don't spoke or we don't talk about the family or within the family. Okay, and that shadow now it's coming in and says like, well, we have to talk about this because if we don't talk about it, there is a the war from within us. But there is a healing process of this. Okay, Uranus in the North Node, they are supporting with Heaven and Lilith, but Lilith is the same time is supported with Venus with the love from within. You do all this with love from within. You take the face mask within the shadow because you understand the truth has to come out within the family about family situation, about family things from within you. Saturn is supporting that this current time for, but Saturn also supporting Venus. You understand Saturn is the teacher, is the karmic ruler that says like, there you go. You have to do this. You want to heal, you have to heal. Okay, there is a beautiful energies at this time about healing. Mars is a trine with the ascendant, and Mars is in trine with Saturn. Spiritual warrior still dealing with the master, with the karmic teacher, and he's learning, he's progressing, he is changing in there, but it's still in there. He's still in a war about the feminine energies for it. He's learning. You're probably learning a feminine energies. The interesting part of the whole this for it is that the divine energies from Uranus towards the ascendant that it's trining Mars. Mars sees within the relationship what is the divine purpose in there from within. Mars is going to be staying Gemini there for until March, so it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of learning in there. At 9 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is still at 24 degrees at Libra. All this energy is there. But the midheaven, it's right now helping the moon of understanding that transitions that I talk about it, of the moon is transitioning from Cancer into Leo. You're going to be focused on this at 9 o'clock. And that energy right now of this shift is that the moon is in confrontations with Pluto. Pluto is like, I'm your destiny. I'm your secret god in here. I want to transform you. And the moon is like, no, I don't want to. But Pluto says, okay, well, if you don't want to go, I'll take you to the road. And what is the road is? Pluto is in sextile with Neptune, gives you a division, and a midheaven and the moon, they have a trine with Neptune. Through visions, through a deja vus, through a meditations, you are going to clarify the confusions about why you don't want to change. What was the reason you want to change? The other side, the moon in the midheaven, they are in sextile with the sun and Mercury retrograde. But Pluto is in trine with Mercury in the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde and the sun. So that is the two roads. Either going to take the visions or you're going to take the authority and the divine messages you receive from Mercury retrograde, or both. They're going to be acting from within you to help you with these transitions because the moon and the midheaven, they are opposing Pluto, but they're also squaring the ascendant, and the ascendant is squaring Pluto. It's like of the visions from within you about this relationships that you are. But that comes in from the relationship with the authority from within you. So all this T squaring with the ascendant, it represents that energy that's coming towards you. You're going to have to deal with this energy later on, much later on. So at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is at Scorpio, divine energies with Jupiter during this time. Shadow work. You're doing it. You're working on that shadow work. Midheaven is at Leo at 13 degrees. It squares Uranus and the North Node. And also, it is opposing Saturn, the teacher. You might feel like someone gives you an advice, someone is working from within the situations, and kind of like taking a leap of charge of within the authority. It's like when somebody tells you the things, and are you going to tell me what I'm going to do in my life? And you take it as a judgment. You need to understand that the difference between the judgment and understanding that somebody helps you to do a corrections can harm you, not somebody else. But you're also harming the relationship with the person who might talking to you. And Saturn is ruthless. Saturn is like you going with this attitude and you want to be ascending, ain't not gonna happen. You're not coachable. If you're not coachable, there's nothing I can do for you. Because of Saturn is a square with Uranus and the North Node, and it's opposing with Heaven and Leo. But the midheaven is squaring Uranus and the North Node. You going against the flow. You're going the flow of the universe, and the authority from within you is not happy. You're not happy from within. What do you need to change? You need to look within the underworld. Why you don't want to change? What is the reason for it? You don't want to be happy when the teacher comes to you. That is the universe teacher, which is Saturn. You don't want to go to the age of Aquarius. You don't want to be happy. Okay, that's fine. But Saturn gives you the love. He sends the love into Venus, and Venus right now is in trine with North Node and Uranus. What the heck? You are dealing within your oppositions from within yourself. That is a like you going through understanding the power of your ego control that is in the mind and the overriding from the spirit into your mind. So now in the mind, you have a lot of inner fights from within you. It's going to be intense energies to you in yourself, but it's going to help you. Okay, because this is a transitions from ego-based ruling to a spiritual-based ruling from within. So at 11 o'clock, the ascendant is at mid Scorpio. We talked about these energies for midheaven is at 20 degrees of Leo, still opposing Saturn. Ascendant is at 17 degrees, opposing Saturn, the North Node, and square Saturn. Yeah, you got to go to the dirt of the ego. Like it or not, that's what this is. Okay, go look the shadow and so on and so on from within you. Mercury is beautiful with the Sun and Venus towards Pluto. Is about helping you with all these transformations. But now, midheaven, okay, that is the midheaven is the point that you do the work at the current present time. Okay, the ascendant is the visions of the things that coming in the near 4 or 5 hours from within you. Okay, so midheaven is in divine energies with Pluto. You understand the divine process of changes, but the ascendant is in divine energies with Mars, with the warrior from within you, your spiritual warrior within your own self. For so at 12 o'clock, the midheaven it's very close into Venus, but it's squaring Mars. Could be intense energy because we have a 4 oppositions with Neptune. You have a distorted visions, or you revisiting past visions that weren't right, weren't good. Could be talking about a lot of inner work that needs to be done to be revisited and reorganized from within you, but also that these energies they are also opposing Jupiter, lack of growth. So the past vision led to the wrong growth from within because both Neptune and Jupiter, they are in retrograde. Jupiter is at 4 degrees in there, but during this time, the moon is a trine with Jupiter retrograde. You understand, you have to remove, you have to relearn things from within you. The moon is in trine with Jupiter, and the ascendant, who is at 29 degrees at Scorpio, is a trine with the moon. There is a beautiful kite in there. That is on top of that kite is the sun, which is the authority from within you, and Mercury retrograde. Okay, it's a beautiful. It's kind of like the Star of David, pretty much situations in there, but this energy helps you to overcome the intense energies from within you. So at 1 o'clock, the one energy that I was talking about, that is it, the midheaven at 0 degrees of Libra. It's 0 degrees, 42 minutes in Libra. That is it, the 1 o'clock energy. It is between Mercury retrograde and the Sun. Mercury retrograde is at 3 degrees of Libra. The Sun is at 27 degrees of Virgo, and they're both opposing Jupiter and Neptune on the other side. That is the energy that we are going to learn the lessons of the new moon. It tells us what's coming in the next days. What is the situations? Because we are going to be experiencing the new moon with both those two energies present in there. The moon, it's going to meet Venus first, then she's going to meet the sun, the Mercury retrograde, and the sun later on. You're going to see there's going to be a lot of shifts within the planets. It's basically shift of Mercury going to Virgo and the moon going from Virgo to Libra. It's kind of like a reorganizing the relationships from within yourself that will impact the relationships with others. That's what this new moon is going to be a very powerful in there. Lisa, hi. Thank you for being here. Erica, thank you guys. Hopefully the recording is good. Let me know if it's good because I seen it here, but can't tell because you guys are watching it. At 2 o'clock, the midheaven is in Libra. That energy that I spoke earlier, now you're dealing with it. But there is a beautiful divine energy from the North Node, Uranus. You look into your divine relationship on Earth. Okay. There is a square with Lilith. And what is that? We talk about the Lilith. That is the face mask that you basically pretty much never fall off. That is your secrets, your secret desires, your secret way of controlling things instead of lacking the truth from within you. And this square might triggers you, but the midheaven is in trine with Saturn, with the karmic teacher from within you. Lilith learning her own karma at this time. You're going to be working within your shadow side from within you. The ascendant is at 24 degrees of Mercury. That is the energy that you see. You will see the confrontations with Mars directly but it's a square with the Sun and Mercury retrograde, and is a square with Neptune. Distort visions, wrong intense energies during Mercury retrograde, wrong authority that you have from within you, intense energies in there. Don't make phone calls. Don't say I didn't say it. Don't send any nasty messages. Don't send any of the other things. Stay the heck out away from this. Okay, because when you're on Sagittarius, the Sagittarius energy, those are the people who they want their own things. They putting their force in there. There's a fire energies in there. There's a lot of duality from within, but also they don't know how to shut up. All right. So basically, some of the people they are like this. So be careful with these energies. Don't create conflicts. Don't create situations. You are have to deal with this on your own from internal side, not from external. Okay, the external comes in when you fix the war from the internal side. That's what the Mercury retrograde right now is there for. He shows you this intensity. Are you going to overcome it from within? Are you going to put the fire out in you? So at 3 p.m., the midheaven is at Scorpio. Beautiful divine energies with Jupiter, but squaring the moon. The transitions of the moon is kind of like telling you, hey, there's going to be some issues in there with the moon. The moon is your intuition, in your attentions where to go. Also is leading you to a point to see what the issues are, but also represents the feminine mothering side in you, or your understanding about mother. If you're masculine, about your mother; if you're feminine, about your mother, but maybe the mother in you, or ideas, the way you learn about mothering, and so on. For it, that is also when the moon moves into Leo. That is the authoritative mother inside. So during this shift, there could be a lot of the things because of the squaring between Scorpio and Leo. Those are very intense two authorities. Okay, we're talking about two authoritative zodiac signs. They're very highly authoritative to be the things on their own way. But if you look at it from the other side of those squaring, the issues, that is it about to work together within those authorities. The one has to become the ruler, the proper situation, and the other have to become the warrior. That it's from within to clear the things out for it. So that's why the midheaven, it's Scorpio. It's also a squaring with the moon and squaring with Pluto. That restrictions they would talk about, it's coming. The restrictions of you desire not to change, you desire not to do, but you have to look deep from within. And the divine energies from Jupiter growth helps in the midheaven. It's like it's for spiritual purpose. You don't change within the spirit, you're going to be in the same way you are stuck in. So at 4 p.m., the midheaven is at 18 degrees, opposing the North Node and Uranus. That, all about these energies. We talk about the squaring of Scorpio, Taurus. That is a like my own material things with the material things I am using in there for others, from others, with others. Okay, that's what this oppositions is between Taurus and a Scorpio, because Scorpio likes to work with uh, the things that others have. That's what they are doing. That's what this a little bit the dark side. But if you look at it, there is also there that they have the clarity of the visions, how they can rise from the ashes from within. Okay, that is the lesson in there. For the mid heaven still squaring Saturn, because Saturn tries to teach it, but guess what? Scorpio is tough. I am, the pride, but be careful within these situations. And at 5 o'clock, the ascendant is pretty much close together with Saturn. That learning situations are from within. Midheaven is in the first 2 degrees. It's at 2 degrees and 52 minutes at Sagittarius. The communications, the expressions. Yeah, you went through the crap. You fixed it. Okay, now you explain, you may teach you others how to fix this. Beautiful sextile in there with Mercury retrograde and the Sun. Also, Pluto is right now in there helping from within, but the Moon, it's already preparing to shift in Leo. You're going to feel that intensity of this energy later on, because later on the Moon, it's going to move within Leo, but also within the descendant, which is the other side of what you see. So maybe your intuitions it's gonna come in low, but that visions they're gonna be opposing everything that you feel from within you. So here is that is a 6 p.m. For the ascendant is in Pisces for it. Uh, there is a lot of confrontations because the midheaven is in the Sag. That is it. We're now squaring Venus, and Venus is in square with Mars, and midheaven is square as Neptune, and Neptune square as Mars. Please don't try to fix relationships at this time. Learn before you do anything. And Uranus, there is a retrograde together with the North Node. They have a divine message from within you. Listen to the divine messages, not to do and expressions. Saturn, it's helping you this time. He's on sextile with the midheaven. The things that you are dealing from with, in you at this current time, but he is also in trine with Mars. He's like the warrior in you knows what to do. But during this intense energies, the Mars within you, the warrior from with you, might be not gonna listen. Venus is not happy either. She's not gonna listen either. So be careful with in this. But Saturn helps Venus to seek and learn these lessons, not to act with the aggravations, but to put the fire out from within. So is Mars. The one teacher, okay, that is a Saturn that is teaching Venus, and the other energy that is a Uranus and the North Node that teaching you from within your soul. But Saturn helps both Venus and Mars. That is the life teacher from within. So you're going to fight all this because the moon, the emotions that are coming in right now, they are in Leo. Beautiful trines with Jupiter and Neptune. You have to go ahead and relearn things from within you, but it also is in sextile with Mercury retrograde and the Sun. Reevaluate the communications and relationship, reevaluate the authority, the proper authority from within, and Pluto is helping with all this. I talk about this specific hour at 6 p.m. Take a look this from within you. You find that inner peace, using that inner peace. That's what leads you in there. And the retrograde is going to be fighting, like the divine is going to be fighting for you, but from within you. And you are going to find these transformations through understanding the confrontations from within yourself. So at 7 p.m., this energy is going to be really intensified. The midheaven is 0 degrees, and Capricorn, it squares the Mercury retrograde, the Sun, the authority. It squares the Neptune, it squares Jupiter and the ascendant, and that energy is very powerful. But you learn the lesson. The moon, the authority of the moon, is there within Leo. How are you going to take the actions from within? Are you going to be dealing with the peace, with the Mercury retrograde and the authority that is changed, transformed through Pluto? Are you going to use this energy of the moon that is in trine with Neptune and ascendant and Jupiter to reevaluate the growth? Because that's what Pluto is transforming into. Or are you going to choose the road through confrontation inside of you? Big test if you ask me, but it's going to be showing up where the confrontations is in you and what's going on with the things that you're dealing in life and what you need to work on it. So at 8 p.m., you did some work. Okay, midheaven is at 14 degrees F. Capricorn is a beautiful trines with Venus. Okay, beautiful trines with Venus. It is a beautiful trines with Uranus in the North Node. You listen to the universe. You did improve. Now you see the improvement into your current life, which is the North Node in Taurus. Okay, and midheaven is pretty close to Pluto. At this time, you're going to feel this energies from within. The ascendant is at 26 degrees in Aries. That is a squaring Pluto and squaring the moon. You have to go ahead and keep doing this energy of growth inside of you. Please don't use these communications, because when the moon it's in that intense position, and the ascendant is in Aries, can ignite a lot of fires inside of you. The moon is in Leo, okay, and we have the ascendant in Aries, fire, cardinal fire, authority fire. Be careful with these energies inside right now. So at 9 p.m., Midheaven and Pluto are coming together. Did you win in you? Did you did that inner work? Did you overcome? Did you put that fire out in you? You'll find the inner peace in there. Midheaven and Pluto, they are doubling the side, the energy of Pluto. Okay, we have a beautiful trines that goes towards Venus, which is your love, towards the Sun, which is the authority from within you, and Mercury retrograde. We also have a trines with the Ascendant and Uranus during this time. You're in alignment with the universe and the visions from the universe. You're in sextile with Neptune and Jupiter at this time. You understand you have to relearn, revise the things from within. Okay? It's beautiful. You want. You do the work, the divine helps you from within. You didn't did the work though. You opposed that energy. And who opposed that energy? That was the moon that is opposing midheaven and Neptune from within. That is the moon and Leo. The moon that thinks that it's so authoritative at the moment, the lack of transformations. And if you have intense energies during this time, you didn't do the work. You didn't did these situations from within. Maybe a conflicts about motherhood, or and so on. But if you did the work, there's going to be a beautiful unifications in there, beautiful transformations in there. Fix, you grow in there. That's what the moon is in Leo. You too grow as an authority in you, the right authority from within you. All right. So at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is in Gemini, pretty close to joining Mars. Midheaven, it's about to join Saturn. So if you didn't learn the lesson, guess what? You're going to repeat the lesson. Tomorrow is just another day, right? And Saturn is reminding you. Saturn is like, okay, you didn't learn it. That's fine. Maybe you want another shot. Okay, I'll give you another shot. It's not a problem. I'm Saturn. I'm the karmic ruler. Karma's catch up to you. For it, the midheaven is at 13 degrees on Aquarius, and Saturn is at 19 degrees at Aquarius. They are both squaring Uranus and the North Node. But at the same time, they're also squaring the South Node. Basically, you didn't did this, it's not going to be changed over there. It is what it is. You might want to feel this, but don't feel bad. Okay? Take a look at it as a sportsman. The sportsmen, when they lose a contest, they're training more. They're looking inside of the folds of the relations, and they revising everything. They train themselves. That's what the power of the retrograde is in you. That's what you have to look for in your own self. And at 11 o'clock, guys, the ascendant passing through Mars, beautiful trines with Saturn. You understand now. The teacher is the teacher. That is life. That's what the power of Saturn is. Midheaven is at 28 degrees of Aquarius, but he is supporting divine's energy, learning towards the sun, towards the authority from within. That is a sextile with the moon. You see, you learned that God, that the universe is the authority in you to put things for good for you in your life. That's the power of the sun and Virgo in there. You to be the virgin mother, to caring and so on, not this authoritative personality. That is going to be a beautiful energy of reevaluations. If you did the work, though, that is the beautiful kind that it's coming from Pluto. He is transforming cardinal changes in you because Pluto is in the cardinal sign of Capricorn here on Earth. Transform the right way, the professional way, in the professional situations. Be a professional to yourself. Be honest from within yourself. That is this power. Because in Capricorn, who do we have there in Capricorn? The Capricorn, that is the doctors. In Capricorn, those are the firefighters. In Capricorn, those are the public servants. In Capricorn, we have the people who are healers. In Capricorn, we have these people in there that they serving others. And we have Pluto in there now. Okay, Pluto, that sudden process of transformations in there. We to become servant to ourselves so we can be able to serve to everyone around you, not only your family and everyone around you. You to become better version in your life. All right, guys. So that's what it was. The today's Astro Gravitational report. Thank you guys for watching it. And if you have any questions, let me know here for you. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. You guys, if you have something, let me know. And later on, we are going to be talking about staying in the present moment and the power of now at 4 p.m. And we are going to be looking at later on what we are going to do. So, all right, guys. So thank you so much for coming and watching the video. Hopefully the video was okay after I did all these changes yesterday. I did a lot of inner work on this here on the computer, and I'm so happy that the things go back to normal, the way it's supposed to be. All right, guys, be love, and talk to you later. All right. Let me share some love with you guys. Erica, the times I look at the energy from Bulgaria, where I'm currently now, okay, with the energy of central United States, okay. The difference is within like 3 degrees, 4 degrees in there, which is pretty much nothing because I'm talking about the general energies. Because I put 7 a.m. here, Sofia time, and I looked at the energy there, and then I put 7 o'clock over there in Arkansas, for example, and I see it, what's going on. And there is a very slight difference, but overall, like the energies, like what we are going through, they're incredibly very close to what we're going because of what happened is I don't have what I'm trying to explain. Okay, here. So this is the Earth, okay? But the Earth is moving, right? But it's also moving like this. And if this is the sun, you guys are the sun in here. When the Earth moves, guess what? The ascendant is going to be the same at the time that you are going around the world is pointing into the same directions, and that's what determined does. Okay, it took me a while until I put all this astrology hour by hour in there because this is hour by hour is it's more harder than do a weekly report or monthly report because hour by hour is tough. But yeah, I tracked it before I decided to make it. So guys, thank you for looking at. If you one of you wants to be looking at the current energies or so on, I will be available later on to look to your energy about 4 o'clock. Maybe we can go ahead and do this. See how you guys went through the transformations process. All right, guys? Be love, guys. Just be love. Okay? And inner peace. The inner peace is the best. Okay?